Let's learn how to create a pie chart. For the first example, we are going to use this table which shows the quantity of various products sold in a particular period. In order to create any chart, you need to first select the range, and you must select the titles of the columns as well as rows in the range. So we are going to select this range which has the row titles as well as the column title. To create a chart, you need to click on Insert tab on the main menu, come to the chart section over here and click on Insert Pie Chart. Let me just show you in a zoomed version. So this is how the chart section looks, and this particular icon is for pie chart. This icon is for columns or bar chart, and this icon is for line chart. So we are going to talk about these three types of charts. Let me delete this and we'll select the range once again, click on pie chart, and we will select the first type of pie chart. Let me increase the size of the chart. For that, I'm going to click on the chart and drag using any one of the corner handles or the side handles. Now you see that this particular chart has three elements. This is the title, this is the chart itself, and below what you see is called legend. It shows that what each product is represented by in terms of colors, and these elements can be accessed here. So if you see on the top right corner of the chart, there are three buttons. The first one is for chart elements, and there are three elements: chart title, data labels, and legend. The chart title can be edited by clicking on it, and you can rewrite the title whichever way you like, and you can edit this in fact just like you would edit any other text. Next element is the legend. Right now we require this because otherwise we won't be able to make out which color represents which product. However, to make this particular chart more meaningful, we are going to use the data label section, and here when you click on the right arrow, it shows you various options. The first one is center, which will show you the data values inside the pie chart, but that's not such a good idea. The best idea is to have it outside, end, or data call out. You can use whichever option you like. So I'm going to stick to data outside the end of pie chart. And if you click on more options, here what we can do is we can use the category name. So this brings in the name of the product and the quantity sold of each product. So let's close this for the time being and see how this chart looks. So now this chart becomes more meaningful, and we can see that the mobiles form the largest section of the products sold in Q1 in terms of quantity, followed by tablets and accessories. So this particular shop or store is selling more of mobiles, tablets, and accessories, and less of laptops, desktops, and monitors. So this is how this table can become clearer when we use a pie chart. Now, instead of using the absolute numbers in terms of quantity sold, we can have a representation in terms of percentage as compared to the total quantity. So let's do that. We'll click on chart elements. We go to data labels, click on the right arrow and click on more options. And here we will select percentage. Let's close this, and now that we have the names of the products next to the pies, we will deselect the legend. So now it shows that the quantity of mobiles sold were 1050, and it constituted 27% of the total quantity that was sold. Tablets formed 24% and accessories were 23% of the total quantity sold of various products by this particular store. So let's quickly see what other options we have in terms of chart elements. I'm going to click on chart, click on the plus icon for chart elements, go to data label and more options. And the first option here we have is value from cells. So when I click here, it selects something. That is because I had already done it before. However, if you do it for the first time, what it is going to do is it's going to open up this dialog box with empty data range. So you can have another range of cells from where it is going to pick up information and put it inside the data labels. So that range should be exactly similar to your data range, excluding the title of the column. So this is going to be the range from laptops to accessories for this particular additional column. And I have marked two products, desktops and tablets, with double stars, and click OK. So there you see desktops and tablets are having 2 stars, and you can add a comment with double star for whatever you want to mention with reference to that. I'm going to uncheck this. Next we have series name. This is nothing but the series title. In this particular case, this title quantity sold to have inside the data label is not so relevant. So I'm going to uncheck this. You can use it whenever you find it is relevant. Then we have legend key, and this is nothing but the legend is added in front of the data label. Again, in this case, it is not useful. Show leader lines is another thing. I'll explain you in a bit, but before that, let me explain. We also have a number formatting option here. So for that, I'm going to uncheck percentage and let's have only the number over here. In case you want to add a currency formatting, in this case it is not relevant, but just to show you, then you can have the number formatting in this particular way. I'm going to undo this and have it as general. And finally, the show leader line is nothing but it will show you a leader line from the data label up to the pie chart. So in case your label is a little bit away, you can use this particular option. So these are the various options in terms of data labels. There are more options if you see here in terms of formatting. We will see that in the next session. And before we close this particular session, let's see why in the beginning we said we should not include the totals row or totals column in the chart range. Let's edit this particular chart, and by now you must have seen that whenever you click on chart, the additional elements of chart tools appear in the menu bar, and there are two tabs here, design and format. I'm going to click on design and click on select data. This allows you to reselect the data that you had chosen earlier, and I'm going to select the range including the total. Let me click on OK, and if you see now, this particular pie chart is totally messed up because we have a grand total area here which is 50% of the remaining. So this is not at all useful, and this is exactly the reason why we do not select grand totals or totals columns or rows in the chart range. So I'm going to correct this. The pie chart looks good when the number of elements within the pie chart are less and manageable, just like this. However, consider this particular pie chart where there are too many elements within the pie chart and the data gets cluttered. So in this particular case, what you do is you create a pie chart inside a pie chart, and for that you use another option of pie chart. Let me show you how. We are going to click on this chart, go to design option, go to change chart type. I'm going to click here, and within pie we are going to select this option which says pie of pie, and we click OK. So now you see our data looks much neater and can be analyzed very well. So you can have last few options as others in the main pie chart, and from there we can create another pie chart to represent others. You can select how many elements need to be in the second pie chart, and for that you click on the pie chart, not on the chart but on the pie itself, and right click and select format data series. And here is where you see values in second plot, and this is what decides how many values are there in the second pie chart. So if I reduce this, then it dynamically reduces. If I increase, and it increases accordingly. You need to see what suits the best, how many elements need to be in the second pie chart, and work out accordingly. So this is how we create pie charts and use it to analyze data in a much quicker way rather than just trying to analyze the numbers. In the next session, we are going to see more of formatting of pie charts to make it look much attractive.